Boruto Uzumaki, son of the greatest Hokage to ever live. A kid born into peace, privilege, and a world that no longer knows war. For many fans, that's where the misunderstanding begins. Because what if I told you that you read Boruto wrong? Not just the story, but the character, the themes, the message, all of it. What if I told you that Boruto isn't the story that you think it is? And the moment you stop comparing it to Naruto is the moment you finally understand it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm shooting for 5K. Comment down below your thoughts and follow me on Twitter. I'm active there as well at Anime for Games. Now let's break down why Boruto is one of the most misunderstood protagonists in modern shonen. From the very beginning, Boruto tells us directly in his own narration, this isn't the story of a boy aspiring to be Hokage. This is the very first sign that Boruto's path is fundamentally different from Naruto's. Unlike his father, who started with nothing and climbed his way toward recognition, Boruto begins at the very top. Loved, respected, stable home, no war, no loss, but also no real understanding of struggle. In one of the earliest panels, Sarada tells Boruto not to get in her way of becoming Hokage, and Boruto's answer is very cold and dismissive, and surprisingly mature, telling Sarada, tell that to someone who actually cares. The only thing you get from being close to Hokage is a handful of nothing. This single moment sets the tone for Boruto's entire arc. He isn't jealous of Naruto's title, he's resentful of it. Naruto's so busy with Hokage duties and that he has unintentionally abandoned his family. Boruto doesn't want the spotlight that his father has. He wants the man behind it, and when he can't get that connection, it creates frustration, bitterness, and emotional distance. Just remember, this isn't a rehash of Naruto's childhood. This is the opposite. Naruto's journey is, I have nothing and I want to be someone. Boruto's journey is, I have everything but none of it means anything, which is a completely different emotional struggle. Early on, Boruto displays a level of raw skill that Naruto could only dream of at that age. While Naruto couldn't even form a single clone in his youth, Boruto could effortlessly make 3 shadow clones from the start. Boruto had already mastered wind and lightning release and even revealed to his father that he could even use water release. These aren't normal achievements for a genin. Boruto is talented, extremely talented. But here's the problem. In a village of peace, talent doesn't give him purpose. Boruto's not fighting for survival. He's not fighting for acknowledgement from the world. He's fighting for acknowledgement from one person, his father. Everything Boruto does in his early stage is motivated by a deep desire for Naruto to look at him, not as Hokage, but as his dad. And that's why Boruto's character up until the Momoshiki battle is so emotionally grounded. His misbehavior, his rebellion, even his cheating during the Chunin exams, none of it was born from malice. It's born from wanting the same connection Naruto once craved, but in reverse. Naruto wanted anyone to acknowledge him. Boruto just wants his father to acknowledge him. And that's what makes the next part of the story so important. When Sasuke is introduced, Boruto lightens up. He's excited to meet the legendary rival of his father. But what's more interesting is why Boruto suddenly wants Sasuke to train him. Boruto approaches Sasuke with a confession. There is someone I want to defeat at all costs. He doesn't name the person, but it's obvious. It's his father, Naruto. Boruto isn't trying to overthrow his father, he wants to prove himself. He wants to show Naruto that his feelings, his frustration, his desire to be acknowledged are real. So when Sasuke refuses to give him Naruto's weaknesses and instead tells him, pay more attention to who he was up until now. This is the first step in Boruto's transformation. Sasuke sees that Boruto isn't lacking strength, he's just lacking direction and discipline, and even an identity. At this stage, Boruto's dream is not to be Hokage, not to be a hero. His dream is to surpass his father on his own terms. It's a flawed dream, but a relatable one. Fast forward to the Chunin exams, Boruto versus Shikadai is a short but important fight. In the manga it's brief, but the anime expands it and reveals something fascinating. Boruto uses gentle fists, a technique tied to the Hyuga clan. Even if the manga doesn't showcase Hanabi training him, the implication is still there. Boruto is a hybrid of multiple legacies. He has the Uzumaki resilience, the Hyuga precision, and Sasuke's mentorship, adding in Konohamaru's Rasengan and his own elementary mastery. Boruto is a prodigy shaped by the strongest generation in shinobi history. Naruto had Jiraiya and Kakashi. Sure, 2 legends, but Boruto, he has 6 Paps Naruto, a Rinnegan Sasuke, Hanabi, and the entire village watching over him. And I'm not downplaying Naruto at all. It sounds like an unfair advantage, but in storytelling terms, it's actually a burden. Expectations crush him. He isn't Naruto, the underdog. Boruto is the kid everyone assumes will succeed easily, but that's exactly what makes his failures hit harder. Everything changes after the Momoshiki fight. Towards the end of the battle, when Momoshiki talks to Boruto, time stops. Momoshiki faces Boruto directly and he tells him the line that defines the entire series. I can see your fate clearly, your eyes will take everything from you. This is the moment Boruto's story splits from Naruto forever. Naruto gained everything he never had: friends, family, respect, and a place in the world. Boruto is destined to lose everything he does have. Momoshiki is not predicting hardship, he's predicting tragedy. This prophecy parallels Sasuke more than Naruto. Sasuke had everything: a clan, a family, a future, and then he lost it all. Boruto has everything: parents, friends, a village that loves him, and now his future is to watch it all burn around him. This is when Boruto stops idolizing Naruto and begins admiring Sasuke. Sarada asks him again if he wants to be a Hokage, and Boruto tells her no. Instead, he wants to be the shadow that supports the Hokage, just like Sasuke. He doesn't want to be the symbol of peace, he wants to be the blade that protects peace from the darkness. This is Boruto's true ninja way. Many fans criticize Boruto for diving into the Otsutsuki lore, but honestly, the foundation was always there. Kaguya was introduced in Naruto, the Sage of Six Paths was an alien entity, the idea that their clan had a broader impact on the universe was inevitable. Boruto simply continues that narrative. The introduction of Kara mirrors the introduction of the Akatsuki, mysterious, powerful, and operating outside the shadows of the village. But Kara's purpose is different. While the Akatsuki pursued the tailed beast to awaken the Ten Tails, Kara seeks something more personal, a vessel for Ishiki Otsutsuki. Jigen is not a true vessel. His body can't contain Ishiki's chakra, that's why Ishiki's time is limited. The desperation, the tension, the stakes, they're all built around Kawaki being the perfect container. This leads into the next huge moment. One of the most important moments of Boruto's character development is the first time he uses the Karma Seal. During the encounter with Kashin Koji, Konohamaru is trapped and engulfed by flames. Boruto instinctively absorbs the attack, something impossible for a normal shinobi. The shock, the fear, the power, all of it overwhelms him and he collapses. The Karma Mark is not a gift, it's actually a countdown, a ticking time bomb, a slow erasure of Boruto Uzumaki's very identity. This is the beginning of the loss Momoshiki foresaw. Now we enter the heart of the story, Kawaki. From the moment Kawaki is introduced, Kawaki is already a foil to Boruto. They both have karma, they both are tied to the Otsutsuki. They both share walking paths shaped by destiny. Not choice, but that very difference is everything. Boruto was born into love, Kawaki was born into suffering. Kawaki's childhood is actually brutal. He had a drunk father, which you could say was very abusive, and Kawaki suffered from manipulation, being sold as an object to Jigen, and Kawaki seeing other children die from failed experiments. Amado also promising Kawaki that he will be filled if he becomes Ishiki's vessel. Kawaki doesn't know family, he doesn't know trust, he doesn't know love, which is why Naruto's kindness hits him so deeply. Naruto shows Kawaki the thing that he never had in his entire life: a father who cares. And when Kawaki sees Naruto's strength, he says Naruto might be even stronger than Jiren. Not because of raw power, but because for the first time, Kawaki sees someone strong enough to protect him. This is why the Boruto-Kawaki dynamic is like Naruto and Sasuke. Naruto and Sasuke were rivals, Boruto and Kawaki are brothers. One of the most symbolic scenes is Boruto and Kawaki arguing outside. Kawaki tells Boruto that he'll never understand his situation, not because he thinks Boruto is weak, but because Boruto has never suffered the way Kawaki has. This mirrors Sasuke telling Naruto in part 1, "You know nothing of true loss." What makes Boruto and Kawaki's relationship so tragic is how deeply they care for each other. Kawaki sees Boruto as the only person who understands him. Boruto sees Kawaki as someone who needs saving, not just from enemies, but from himself. But when Momoshiki begins to take over Boruto's body, the stakes change. Kawaki revisits the promise they made. Boruto said if he ever lost control, that Kawaki would do what's necessary. And Kawaki does it. He kills Boruto. Not out of hatred, not out of jealousy, but out of love. This is the exact ideology Sasuke had when he tried to sever his bond with Naruto. The belief that you have to destroy the people that you love to protect them. After being taken in by Naruto, Kawaki's entire existence revolved around one goal: protect the 7th Hokage. Not the village, not the world, not himself, just Naruto. Naruto isn't a Hokage to Kawaki, he is salvation. He is the first real love Kawaki has ever had. So when Kawaki learns that Boruto survived, he feels like he failed. He feels the world is still unsafe for Naruto because of Boruto's Otsutsuki transformation. At this point, Kawaki isn't thinking logically, he's thinking emotionally. He's terrified of losing the person that he loves the most. This is why he tells Boruto only a crazy person would kill their own brother. But I'm calm. He genuinely believes he's doing the right thing. Then comes the events that change the entire shinobi world: Omnipotence. Kawaki's desire to protect Naruto is so powerful that Ada's ability rewrites reality itself, switching the lives of Boruto and Kawaki. Then suddenly, Boruto is a traitor. Boruto is the killer of the 7th Hokage. Boruto is the villain. And Kawaki becomes the loved son of Naruto and Hinata. This is the destiny Momoshiki spoke of. Boruto has truly begun to lose everything. And now, he's alone, except for Sasuke. Sasuke can share what it's like to be alone, and being labeled now a traitor even for the greater good of the village. This is Boruto's atonement. In a way, this is Boruto's story on how he works from the shadows to help the Hokage. When the world turns against Boruto, something incredible happens. He finally experiences what Kawaki felt all his life: isolation, paranoia, confusion, the lack of belonging, his fear of the future, and himself. Boruto even admits for the first time he understands Kawaki's loneliness. He now knows what it feels like to have everything taken from him. This is why he refuses to let Kawaki become a brother killer. Boruto wants their future to be shaped by their decisions, not by tragedy. Boruto is never about surpassing Naruto, never about becoming Hokage, never about being the strongest in the village. It's about survival, his identity, his very own fate. It's about the burden of being chosen. It's about losing the world you took for granted. It's even fighting the monsters inside you while protecting the people outside of you. Boruto is now a perfect Otsutsuki. He's now being hunted, he's feared, he's misunderstood, and he's alone. But he still chooses to fight. And the only person who understands him, the only person who stays by his side, is Sasuke. A man who knows exactly what it means to be an outcast. A man who was once driven by hatred and now chooses love. Two brothers, Boruto and Kawaki, destined to clash. One to preserve the world he loves, one to protect the father he loves, both believing they are doing the right thing. This is a story about the collapse of everything Boruto once took for granted, and the rise of the shinobi he chooses to become. You didn't just misunderstand Boruto, you misunderstood the entire point of the story. Because Boruto is never about being the next Naruto, it's about becoming something only he can be, a shinobi who survived fate itself. If you like videos like this, comment down below what other videos you guys want me to do. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, we're shooting for 5K. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.